Welcome back, guys. The biggest game in this T20 World Cup is all set to happen. It's between India and Pakistan at MCG in front of 100,000 people, more than 100,000 people, and we all hope that rain doesn't play spoil sport. Well, in this video, we're going to see what all happened between India and Pakistan in T20 internationals over the years. Let's go. The first India-Pakistan T20 international game happened 15 years ago, and that was also MS Dhoni's first international game as captain for India. And we all know what happened in that day. India batted first, India crawled their way to 150 and somehow managed to tie the game, and which led to a famous bowl out. Not the super over, it's a bowl out, and that was only the second and final time which that happened in international cricket. And India won that bowl out with their non-regular bowlers. Harbhajan Singh was there, but the other two were Virendra Sehwag and Robin Uthappa. Despite Pakistan using Shahid Afridi and I think it was Umar Gul and another fast bowler, I think it was Yasir Arafat or someone, I just don't remember his name, but still Pakistan failed to hit the stumps even once. So India won that game and the scoreline is 1-0 in India's favour. So for the second game, we actually didn't want to wait for a long time because that tournament's final was played between India and Pakistan at Johannesburg. Well, what a game that was. That game literally not only changed Indian cricket's fate, but also changed the perception of T20 cricket. Well, that victory for India, ideally started the idea for Indian Premier League, I think. Well, okay, coming to the topic. What happened that day? India won the toss. India batted without Sehwag and Yusuf Pathan made his international debut. And because of Gautam Gambhir's half century, India scored again 150 runs and defended it quite handsomely because of that last over bowled by Johinder Sharma and the catch which Srishant somehow took hold of it. Yes, well, by winning that game, India won the tournament, became the inaugural edition's champion of T20 internationals. So now the scoreline is 2-0 in India's favour. So the third game, well, this time we had to wait for another 5 years to see India-Pakistan playing a T20 international because, well, it was again played in the 2012 T20 edition. T20 World Cup edition happened in Sri Lanka and I think it happened in Palekele or Colombo. Okay, what happened that day? India decided to bowl first and they did a really good job. Pakistan could only manage 130 odd runs and it was just a walk in the park for India, especially for VIRAT KOHLI, who won the Player of the Match award against Pakistan for the first time in international cricket. So the scoreline is 3-0 in favour of India. So the fourth game happened about a couple of months after this tournament because Pakistan toured India for a two-match T20I series. Yes, this time this match is known for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar's international debut. He picked up 3 wickets for just 9 runs, but his efforts went in vain as Pakistan, easily chased the target of 130 odd runs which India took. Well, India played really well, but the last over bowled by Jadeja, well, Shoaib Malik showed his experience and scored 2 consecutive sixes to win the game for Pakistan. So finally, Pakistan got off the mark against India in T20 internationals. So the scoreline is 3-1 in favour of India. And the fifth game was also the second game of this series, and that was a must-win game for India in order to level the series. India batted first at a fast track at Bengaluru and managed to post more than 170 odd runs, and in that game, Yuvraj Singh became the first player between these two countries in T20 internationals to hit 3 consecutive sixes off Saeed Ajmal. Yes, what happened in the second innings? Pakistan failed to chase the target and India eventually levelled that series 1-1. And the scoreline is now 4-1 in favour of India. The sixth game happened in the 2014 T20 World Cup in Bangladesh at Mirpur, and that was yet another one-sided game which India won. Well, this time Amit Mishra, Ravichandran Ashwin, Ravindra Jadeja and Suresh Raina in the field was India's hero, and with the bat, once again it was Virat Kohli won the Man of the Match award. India easily chased the target of 130 or 140 something, and after that, the scoreline is 5-1 in favour of India. And the seventh game happened in the 2016 Asia Cup. Yes, in Asia Cup. Well, that year was the first time an Asia Cup was played in a T20 format. What happened in that game? Another one-sided game which India won. This time, Pakistan were bowled out for just about 83 runs, but when they came on to bowl, they gave a tough fight for India, where they picked up 3 wickets for just 9 runs. But once again, it was Virat Kohli who won the Man of the Match award for his well-composed 49 runs against Mohammad Amir, Wahab Riaz, and I think it was Yasir Arafat or something. Yes. So the scoreline is 7-1. No, it's 6-1 in favor of India. So the 8th game happened just after a month after the Asia Cup game. This time it was in the T20 World Cup 2016, which happened in India at the Eden Gardens in front of Sachin Tendulkar and 80,000 plus people. The same story continued in that game. India won the toss, elected to bowl first. Well, Pakistan scored just about 120, which was an 18-over game. It was once again Virat Kohli who scored a half century. Once again, Pakistan bowlers picked up wickets with the new balls. Once again, Virat Kohli's half century rescued India, and the scoreline was 7-1 after 8 games. Another one-sided game which went India's way. So the 9th game between India and Pakistan in T20 internationals, well, we had to wait for about 5 years for the game, because in between there was no T20 World Cups, no bilateral series, and there was no Asia Cup which played in T20 format. So yes, it was that game in 2021 T20 World Cup at Dubai which Pakistan outplayed India with bat, with ball, and also in the field, and India also dropped some catches as well. So for all the one-sided games which India have won, Pakistan gave back with another one-sided game which Pakistan won by 10 wickets. Yes, it was Mohammad Rizwan and Babar Azam who scored unbeaten half centuries, and India literally knocked out from that tournament, from their first game in that tournament. Because, well, yes, toss played a big factor, but India's top 3, in fact top 2, didn't contribute at all in that game. So now the scoreline is 7-2. Yes, I keep on forgetting that. It's 7-2 in favor of India. So the 10th game between India and Pakistan, well, was played in the same ground where Pakistan defeated India just about 10 months ago by 10 wickets. It's time for revenge. That's what India did. India won that game, which they had to chase about 146, and they did it quite easily, but there was some tensed moments which Hardik Pandya kept his cool and won the game for India. And it was once again Virat Kohli was the top run scorer for India, and he won the Man of the Match award. So now the scoreline is 8-2 in favor of India. So now the 11th and final game between India and Pakistan in T20 internationals. This time it was time for Pakistan to give it back at the same ground. It was the round 2 of the 2022 Asia Cup. This time India batted first, put up 190 odd runs, yes, 190 odd. It was once again Virat Kohli who scored a half century and top scorer for India. But this time Pakistan came charged right from the first over, and it was again Mohammad Rizwan and Mohammad Nawaz which did a Ravindra Jadeja against India. Well, so Pakistan won that game in a last over thriller, and no one could forget the drop catch of Arshdeep Singh. But he gave a quite comeback in the last over when he had to defend 7 runs, but just couldn't do it. So Pakistan won that game, and the final scoreline is 8-3 in favor of India. So out of these 11 games, the scoreline is 8-3 in favor of India. We could suggest that India have dominated Pakistan over the years. But we should not forget that Pakistan have won 2 of the last 3 games against India. So well, this Pakistan team is really stronger than they had in the past. So out of the 11 games, the most runs have been scored by none other than Virat Kohli, more than 450 runs, and most wickets have been taken by Pakistan's Umar Gul. Well, he has picked up 11 wickets from just 6 innings. He hasn't played the rest of the 5 games. Still he's on top. So we are expecting a cracker of a contest between India and Pakistan in their first game in this T20 World Cup. And once again, we all hope rain doesn't play spoil sport. It's going to be a great contest between Pakistan's bowlers and India's batsmen. Well, if you love this video, click the like button and hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you'll receive notifications for all the videos from CricPundit.